Hi, Joe Smiles here. So, Mark Bell's podcast banned from YouTube. Good. Here's why. Mark is a famous YouTuber and a powerlifter, and he's just had his podcast banned on YouTube. The reason being is he's like all the rest of the social media influencers. He's promoting performance-enhancing drugs either consistently, indirectly or directly to the general public, and he's selling BS products and bogus supplements. I'm glad his podcast is banned, and I think all these YouTubers should be banned because they're ruining young people's minds, making them very insecure, causing body dysmorphia, and overall causing an epidemic of global mental health disorders and drug-taking epidemic. On the social media influencers ruining people's minds with their PED use, it's going to be very quick, so listen in carefully. Shocking statistics. In the UK, 1 in 5 adults, 20%, have felt shame by their body image. Just over 1/3, 34% felt low by their body image. 19% felt disgusted by their body image. 1 in 20 men and 1 in 10 women were dissatisfied with their appearance. 10% of secondary school boys said they skipped a meal to change their appearance, and 10% would consider taking steroids to achieve their goals. Nearly half of all adults, 47%, felt that how you look affects what you achieve in life, and nearly 1/3, 32%, felt that your value as a person depends on your looks. Higher likelihood of depressive symptoms and increased risk of eating disorders. Just over 1/3 of adults said they felt anxious, 34%, depressed, 35%, because of their body image. Just over 1 in 5 adults, 22%, said images and advertising on social media has caused them to worry about their body image. 40% of teenagers said images on social media cause them to worry about their body image. Over 1 in 8, so 13%, experienced suicidal thoughts or feelings because of they were concerned about their body image. And over 1,000 British teenagers between 13 and 19, 40% felt worried, 37% felt upset, and 31% felt ashamed about their body image. 1 in 8 adults experienced suicidal thoughts or feelings because of concerns about their body image. Body dissatisfaction is a central aspect of body dysmorphia, which is growing exponentially in men due to social media influencers promoting unattainable bodies and strength naturally. Also, influencers and Hollywood actors and actresses contribute to people developing bigorexia, where men and women now feel profoundly insecure and they're not big enough and muscular enough, and this leads to suicidal thoughts. So prolonged body dissatisfaction causes low self-esteem and can cause emotional distress and a sense of hopelessness, increased risk of self-harm, suicidal thoughts, unhealthy behaviors such as anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, overindulging, overweight and obesity. UK estimates on 20% men are on oral PEDs, 10% of women on PEDs. Estimated that 330,000 to almost 700,000 men aged 15 and above on PEDs. This equals to 1 in 31 men using PEDs. Up to 76,000 women using PEDs. Estimated figures may be 10 times higher and therefore more in line with the US population. In the US, estimated 4 million people aged 13 and upwards use PEDs, but this is much more likely to be higher in a population of 330 million people. It's estimated that between 10 and 25% of Americans have body dysmorphia and muscle dysmorphia. Social media influencers negatively affect their followers in the following ways. Studies show that 88% of women compare themselves to images on social media. 65% of men compare themselves to social images on social media. 37% do it unfavorably. Almost half of women do it unfavorably. Teens and adults that spend the most time on social media, 66% have higher rates of depression than those that spend less time. Over 500,000 8th and 12th graders experience high levels of depressive symptoms. Depression increased 33% between 2010 to 15, and girls' suicide rate increased by 65%. This was in line with when smartphones were introduced, and 92% of teens and young adults owned one. Also, experts say fitness influencers and Hollywood actors on PEDs risk their influencers' health and promote body dysmorphia in their followers. Damages side effects of PEDs, causes neurodegenerative diseases of the brain and mental disorders. Body dysmorphia is now recognized officially by the American Psychiatric Association. Cardiomyopathy increases the heart size and weakens left ventricular the ventricular failure leading to heart attacks, strokes, heart attacks in young adults and young athletes. Cardiomyopathy can only be partially resolved after PED use. It narrows arteries, hardens arteries, increases blood pressure, plaque in the arteries causing atherosclerosis. Hypogonadism and testosterone may never fully recover, causing libido problems, erectile dysfunction, infertility, major depressive disorder, and a dependent syndrome. Can cause tendon ruptures, bad acne, gynecomastia, hair loss, fibrosis, and hypertrophy of the kidneys, leading to impairment and liver toxicity.